Hey Cactus friends, it's Jenny from Cookies Cacti. I wanted to film this outdoors because the background would be a little bit more interesting than being inside, but lighting turns out to be extremely challenging. So we've got the overexposure in the background, but let's just try this. And I wanted Cookie to be in the video as well. So as you can tell, I've got a little bit of a different video for you this week. First of all, I'm actually in front of the camera, which is extremely strange. And the fact that I have to keep reminding myself to look into the camera lens and not at my, okay, maybe this is a little bit better. Today I wanted to share my experience of my first time buying plants off of an app called PlantStory. And the vendor that I purchased from was called Something2GrowOn on PlantStory. Now, how did this come to be? I have an email address for Cookies Cacti. It's a Gmail address, and I think it's in my About section on YouTube. And every once in a while, I receive emails from businesses, like plant-related businesses, for the potential of a partnership or sponsorship. And none of them have ever successfully gone through because in order for me to promote or even to talk about a particular business or a product, I have to be behind the product. It either has to be something that I definitely would use and something that I have a good experience with. So I would never try to promote something that I don't use because that wouldn't make any sense. We're just doing this for fun. So when the representative from PlantStory reached out to me through email, he mentioned that he found me through YouTube and he's seen my videos and thought that we could potentially be a good fit between PlantStory and Cookies Cacti. And I went into this honestly quite skeptical because of the experiences from past potential sponsors. I wanted to give it a fair try. So before we did any kind of partnership or sponsorship, I went ahead and downloaded the app myself, went and checked it out, saw that there was a cactus and succulent live sale coming up, put it on my calendar, and then actually joined in. And the result was a very positive experience. So because of that, I decided I would go ahead and share this experience with you. So when I attended the live event, I did have in mind that it could potentially go well. So I did record a lot of the interaction between myself and the vendors, Something2GrowOn, on my phone. So I have footage from the whole experience that I can actually show you the actual experience that I had recorded. I have to say, it was really fun. It was really, really fun. And I ended up being able to purchase two, it's probably already in the thumbnail, Copiapoa that I'm really happy with. And in this buying experience, everything was purchased with my own money and there was no compensation from PlantStory at all. I did this completely on my own, thinking if it didn't go well, I'm not going to share it. But if it went well, then I can share it. So I would say that PlantStory I really like, and I can see myself even potentially being a vendor in the future. If I have some cool plants or if my seedlings actually get to be of size and I have enough to let go, that it would make sense for me to have a live event where I can actually interact with you all. I think that would be really fun. So let's hope that we can get to that point and maybe we can have a Cookies Cacti live event on PlantStory someday. I think that would be really fun. So let's see if we can get to that with all this seed soil battle, right? And the lazy way to grow cactus from seed that we've been doing. Maybe we get some seedlings that I can actually share with you all. So again, the purchasing process this time was everything done with my own money, everything done by my own will. PlantStory wasn't telling me to do anything. So this is really my own experience, like for real. And in the future, I do anticipate doing more content with PlantStory. And if ever there's stuff that I'm buying from credits that they gave me or credits that I earned, I will be really upfront and just tell you. Kind of this channel has always been about being really open and transparent with pricing, right? And I'll even include how sponsorship or anything of that works. Because I had a positive experience with PlantStory, I did end up agreeing to be, I guess, one of their partners for promoting the application, for promoting their platform, and I can wholeheartedly be comfortable standing behind it because I did use the app and I will continue using the app and potentially even becoming a vendor at some point. So the way that this partnership works, at least as of now, is that in my video description below, I have an affiliate link. And if you use that affiliate link, you will automatically get $15 of PlantStory credit that you can use to buy anything that you want on the app. I'm not sure if there are restrictions on it, but I'm pretty sure that it will tell you if there are any restrictions on how you can use that $15. And so the way that it works on my side is that for every individual who signs up to PlantStory using my link, I get $3. And then if you actually end up making a purchase, I get 12 additional dollars. So basically, if any new user uses my link to sign on and purchase a plant, I can potentially get a total of $15 per new user sign up and purchase. And so, as usual, super transparent with you all. Am I even darker now? A little change of scenery. So I was thinking that because the compensation is in, oh, Cookie just came over here. Because the compensation or the commission is in the form of PlantStory credit, that if enough of you actually sign up using my link or perhaps even making a purchase, that maybe we can do a giveaway. I think that would be really fun. I'm actually a bit intimidated by giveaways because I don't know how they work. I don't know how the logistics work, but maybe when we get to that point, we'll figure it out. Cookie's back. So coming up next, what I'm going to show you is my experience from purchasing the 2 plants off of PlantStory and from the vendor Something2GrowOn. They're really, really awesome vendors. I think the owners are Cheyenne. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And Madison. They were great. I thought they did a great job. They really were good at interacting with their audience, and that's actually how I came upon my 2 plants. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you a little bit of what the live event was like. A few plants that Something2GrowOn was auctioning during that session, so you can kind of see a very small example of the plants that they were selling and the prices. And they were doing an auction style sale, and I thought that the starting prices of the plants were extremely reasonable. And all the shipping information and all the shipping information and shipping costs are really clear during the event, so there's no surprises. So what I'll do, show you a few plants that they auctioned off of that live event, then show you the experience I had and how I came upon the 2 plants that I purchased. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to do an unboxing of the plant and then show you the plants all potted up and kind of talk about, just like we do, right? Almost like a haul or our unboxing and haul type videos. So this is a shopping video, but it's a virtual shopping video. So something that we're going to try for the first time. I think it's going to be kind of fun. So I'm going to turn it over to myself from the past because I filmed this all out of order. And I'm going to walk you through the whole experience of being on PlantStory. So I'll see you over there. Okay, I think this is about the 5th time that I have attempted this, including finding the right headphones. And then I found out multiple times after I was done recording that my microphone was rubbing against my zipper here, and it was anyway, let's hope that this is the final successful recording. So I'm here, got Cookie next to me, passed out, super, super relaxed. So what I want to show you is now my experience of purchasing those 2 Copiapoa off of PlantStory from a shop called Something2GrowOn. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you some footage that I recorded off of my phone of the session. First, we're going to start off with just a few examples of the plants that they had for auction. I thought that their plants were very reasonably priced, especially for their starting bid. Nothing that was all that too high. Very reasonable. They had astrophytum that were available for auction starting off at, I think, for seedlings, so at $5. And then we're going to show the example of my experience of how I got those Copiapoa. So I'm going to show you what happened there. So let's go ahead and get started with a few examples of the plants that they had available for auction. I'm going to put the video over here to the side so we can watch it together and I can comment as we go.
This is a blue torch cactus. Sometimes it gets called a blue candle cactus. It's a Plosicerius pachyclatus. Okay, so this guy is in a 5-inch pot. He is pretty chunky, and I'm starting him at just $5.
$5.
This next one gets called a giant chin cactus.
Love gymnos.
He's a chunky thing, again in a 5-inch pot. This is a Gymnoclesium saglionis. We're gonna start him off at $10.
Very reasonable.
Okay, this one is a Euphorbia burruana. I just want to say this before we start. They grow to trail, so he is supposed to do this. He will eventually trail down and start branching out from his thorns.
The color on.
Yeah, I just want to show that really pattern because that's insane.
Super pretty.
I love him. Okay. All right, so this is Euphorbia burruana, and he is $10.
$10.
This one's about
really
11
reasonable.
inches tall. It's like a little bobblehead.
Kind of the.
Yeah, I think
you can see cool. The yellow bar at the bottom showing the bidding counting down in terms of time.
Yeah, he's just
something out. We were
Ashley won the auction
the other night. Somebody asked, what's the? Thank you, Ashley.
See, so it's very interactive as they're talking to the audience is writing in comments or in the chat, and the shop owners will interact with the customers through that chat window, and you'll see that that's what I did to get those Copiapoa coming up. So next I'm going to show you how I got the Copiapoa. Basically, I put in the chat because they were saying we could ask for plants that are beyond what they have available for sale, because through the app you can actually tell which listings that they have posted. So you can see, at least for this particular shop, you can see all the plants that they plan on auctioning for this particular live session. But they were saying, you can look at our Etsy shop, and if there's something there that you're interested in, just mention it and perhaps we could sell it to you at a really great price. And I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I ask if they have any mature Copiapoa and can kind of get a feel for how much their pricing is. And so that's what I did. So what I did was I put in the chat window, do you happen to have any mature Copiapoa? And you'll see they don't have really mature Copiapoa, but they had these, don't even know if I can call them seedlings anymore because they're already estimated to be at least 4 years old. And that's how those plants came to be, because they weren't even planning on selling those plants during this live show. So now let's take a look at what happened there.
Just getting their roots and stuff.
So I don't know if you can see my chat down there.
Yeah, so these are seed-grown Copiapoas. He was not originally in the auction. You can add him, be impulsive.
Yeah. I love those plants. Even looking at it again, even though I already have it,
we've got
it still
a few of these in there. Well, 3 of them in there right now.
So
it's
weird.
a Limbecki.
We think it's. Oh no, go ahead.
No.
Here's me typing.
We know it's Copiapoa Limbecki. We think it's variety Magnifica, but we're not entirely sure. I was supposed to get them listed to our Etsy today, but I didn't because I didn't get them repotted yet.
Okay.
So then what happened was I was asking them, do you have any idea how old they are? And here is, now's the segment where they're answering that question.
Do you have any idea how old that one is?
4.
See, okay, I was thinking he was older than that.
I don't know.
At least 4.
At least 4.
I was thinking 6, but
yeah, time's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
So. Time is weird.
I grow a lot of Limbecki from seed, and that looks like it.
Neat.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's just that,
we never want to be misleading. We never want to label anything we know for sure it's a Limbecki. Don't know it's a Magnifica, so I don't want to mislead anyone.
It's really hard to tell, especially when they're young. So next, I was asking, because they were just talking about what they have in stock, but they weren't actually planning on selling them. So then I was asking, would you be willing to let them go during this live session? And so then came, how much are you selling them for and all of that good stuff. So that dude
is not cheap because he is grown from seed. The lowest, I think the lowest I could do for him is 50.
It's reasonable.
So they're very hard to come by. Ashley said sold. Okay.
Ashley and me have the same taste in plants.
And that's good. That's a good price, honestly. We sell them on Etsy, so they just sell for more on there because people can't find them where they are. But I just want it to go to a good home.
So then they talked about price, and then I was like, are you going to sell them?
Okay, somebody asked about the Limbecki. So we actually have 3 of those. Yeah. Ashley said she wants one for 50. That is 50 would be the lowest I could do on it. So if anybody wants one of those other two for $50,
Cauliflower by Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to claim one of
And
those,
you can see me
absolutely,
commenting
you
in
can
there.
have one.
That's
I
how I
take
got one of the
Lembecky. Okay.
Lembecky.
Cookies cacti. I'm
So
gonna
this is
send you
how
one, and we'll
they
see if
billed
that
me
works
for
for
it.
you.
You see it says, yes, you won down at the bottom in green. I press on the button and then I have the ability to pay.
They are all the same size. They're the same age, all seed grown.
Yeah, so thank you.
But I mean, those are
Super
just
happy.
killer.
And I am. Now that I have the
two of them
plants,
have been claimed. If somebody wants a third one, I will just send you a direct link. I honestly was not planning on putting them in the auction tonight because we hadn't potted them yet.
So what happened after this, after I purchased one of the Copiapoa, was I was actually on my way out of the house, and then it occurred to me, wait a second, if they're 4 years old, then they're probably only about a year or two away from flowering, like possibly. It only makes sense to not just buy one, I need two. So then I actually jumped back onto the live and then messaged them through that chat again. And they were already moved on onto other plants. And I put in the comment in the chat, like, hey, can I purchase that last Copiapoa that you have? And they let me have it. And so that's how I came about 2 Copiapoa on PlantStory from the shop, Something to Grow On. So it's just so much fun. That interaction is just so much fun because PlantStory also has like a more traditional marketplace where vendors can just list their plants for sale and people can just go buy them at any time. But that's something that you can get through Etsy, you can get through eBay. What's really special about PlantStory is their ability to do these types of live events and that they have the infrastructure on the technology side to support those kind of events so that it makes it really easy for the buyer and it makes it much easier for the seller on the payment and keeping track of who bought what at what price and where do you ship it to and all of that. So I think that's pretty nifty. And we're back. I hope you thought that was a pretty fun experience on PlantStory. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you me just scrolling around through other channels, and we'll join a couple other live shows just to show you what it's like. It's really fun. I would never promote something that I don't think is super fun or super cool or something that I would use. The auction occurred on a Sunday. So that was the day that I joined the auction and I purchased the plants. And their promise during the live event is that they would ship out the plants on the Tuesday. And they did. And then 3 days later on Friday, a box arrived on my doorstep. And so here is the unboxing. I received my package in the mail today, and the vendors at Something2GrowOn indeed shipped out the package as they promised during that live sale. So 3 days later, I have received the package, and I really apologize. You can hear some construction going on in the background. I just have no control over that, and I have to get this recording done now. I don't want to leave these plants in here for much longer. Cookie is inspecting. Very important. Okay, they passed her inspection. Let me go ahead and open this up. So this package was shipped from Oklahoma City, and it took 3 days for it to arrive to Chandler. This is my first time purchasing from PlantStory and from this particular vendor. So let's take a look. I'm really excited. So we've got an invoice. Let me just cover up some information here. So the plants were $50 each. Sorry about all the weird lighting. It's so cold, so I'm in the sun. There was a flat charge of $12 for the shipping fee, and then it was $2 for any additional item. And I believe I had, oh yes, I had a credit. I think the PlantStory gives you $5 on your first purchase within a certain period of time. So it's not reflected on here, but I did save $5 from that promotion. So this says $114 for the total, but I actually paid, I think, $109. All right, let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Here are my two plants. You can see kind of the black spines there peeking through. Ooh. Let's see if the second plant right here. Just now I'm going to complain about how cold it is. It has been freezing in Chandler for the past week or so. But let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Look at these Copiapoa Lembekii. So the sellers were saying that they don't know if this is Lembekii var magnifica or not. So that is kind of a TBD. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. They said that these are about 4 years old. So I purchased 2 of them. Let me go ahead and unwrap the other one. Sorry. Kind of falling off camera. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I purchased 2 of them because if they're 4 years old, they're probably only about a year or 2 from flowering age. You all know that I'm growing a ton of Lembekii from seed, so you may be asking, why in the world did you buy these? Well, these get like a 2-year head start for me. I would really love to be able to get some of these plants to flowering age, and I still have at least 3 years to wait on my plants. So this cuts the time down by 2 years. And so I got 2 of them for the sake of, you know, having a chance of getting these guys to produce some seeds. Wow, I'm really happy with this purchase. So this was $50, which of course is a decent chunk of money for a single plant. But for what this is, I think it's very, very reasonable and fair amount of money to price these plants at. Oh my gosh. And although it's been really cold, these are nicely dry and they're shipped bare root, so they had no problems going through the mail system. And, you know, spending a few days in a box. Wow, I'm really happy with this. Again, sorry about all the construction noises in the background. There's just not much I can do about that. Woo! So I'm super happy with my purchase from these vendors and from my entire experience on the PlantStory app. Hopefully you all will go give it a try, and if you do, let me know how it goes. I think it's a really, really fun way to buy plants, and even if you don't buy anything, it's just kind of fun. Alright, that was a pretty cool unboxing, wasn't it? I just love Copiapoa. I don't know what it is. So now I'm going to show you the Copiapoa all potted up, and we'll kind of talk about them compared to the seedlings that I already have. We are back. So last night I did end up potting up these 2 Copiapoa Lembekis, and I used almost my standard Cactus adult mix, but I did make some minor adjustments because of our whole Cactus seed soil battle. You can see there's some color in there that is not just the white or gray pumice. There's some other colors in there because I added some akadama and some lava rock. Maybe a tiny bit of decomposed granite because of that whole experiment. We'll see. So you can see they are very gorgeous. And then what I did was I pulled some of my own Copiapoa Lembekii seedlings to show or compare between the different sizes of plants. So, you know, the vendors, Something2GrowOn, didn't know if these are var magnifica or not. They know for sure they're Lembekis, but they don't know if they're var magnifica. And I think it's impossible to tell at this point. So what I pulled were some var magnifica of my own seedlings, and then some of those KK70 Lembekis. And you can see that the sizes of my seedlings, these are now, 2 years and, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months old or so. It's not too far off from the 4-year-olds. And I know that the growth rates of these seedlings are all over the place. I have some, they'll be the same age, but they're teeny tiny, and then some same age, but huge. So for example, these 2 Lembekii var magnificas came from, I think, the same batch of seeds. But look at how much bigger this one is compared to this one. So it's really hard to say. But you can see that in terms of size, this 4-year-old and my, I think this is about to turn 2 years old now. They're not too far off in terms of size. But I'll really get to know as time goes on and we see when these end up flowering, if I can get them to flowering age. That will be really fun. So I'm really happy with these purchases. These are not easy to come by. And the fact that the Something2GrowOn actually had a couple in stock when I was attending their live show is really, really awesome. And I feel like their price was very reasonable at $50 each, because I'm thinking by the time that my seedlings get to be 4 years old, it's probably going to be priced somewhere about the same. And by that point, there's going to be even more inflation. So we'll see. So I just wanted to show you these two guys potted up and kind of show you them next to my own seedlings. I really hope that these will end up shaving off 2 years for the potential to flower. That would be so awesome. Okay, now we're going to go back. Can you even see me? I don't think so. But, oh, you can kind of see my eye down there. So now we're back from looking at the shopping experience and then unboxing and then showing you the plants. And then now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what it's like browsing through PlantStory and joining the live events. There's just a couple other vendors who are selling more houseplants. But it's just so fun. I also kind of want to show you a little bit of a tour of me scrolling around and changing channels to other live events that were going on at that time and just show you what it looks like. It's such a blast. So here I am scrolling around, seeing what else is live at the time. You can see Something2GrowOn over there. And then I think I just picked some random live show, and here we are.
I wonder if Jamie's in here hiding. What's Jamie's name in here?
So fun.
Jamie's name that came over the other day and bought the large. Oh, Plants Are Life. Plants Are Life. Are you in here? Plants Are Life. If you can find me, I need the hook.
You see the yellow bar down there with all the auctioning going on.
All right, what do we have with this thing?
Here I am checking out all the other listings they have.
Who got it? Busy Bee.
Some of them list everything that they're selling, so you can see if you want to stay for the show. This is what they've already sold. You can see the prices, the IDs, and the people who bought them.
I would even drink some tea right now with honey. That sounds good.
Just so fun.
27, right? And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday packing. Probably do a little bit, sell out of stuff, but here again late next week just to make one.
Okay, so now I'm back out, checking for another channel, find something else that's live.
Hey, let me tell you what I like about this one though. You see how nice it is this way, right? It's very nice. It's beautiful. But look at this in the back. Can you see that?
That's so fun, isn't it?
Isn't that awesome?
There's somebody off screen. I love that.
Can you see that? Yes, thank you.
So you see in this case, it's not an auction. You can just get it now on that green little banner down there. So you can see somebody bought the plant.
Sally's husband, thank you. Get your screenshot. I got it. You put them in.
So much fun.
All right. Oh, we got them Hoya colors. Sweetie Plants is about to go bananas.
This makes me smile.
But to me, I thought the blooms were a bonus, but the blooms are actually the way to go. All right. So Alexandra said she's going to send a picture of her recent blooms.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, thank you.
So you see just how fun it is, how interactive it is. I honestly sometimes, because there's almost always some type of live sale event, I guess you could call this, a live on PlantStory happening. So like any time of the day or night, I just kind of want some sound going on in the background, especially when it's live, it's even better. I'll just leave the app on and have somebody shop going live, and it's just nice. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I enjoy it. And I think that the app is really fun. So that's the only reason why I would share this app with you all and even bother talking about it. So I'm only mentioning this app because it's something that I use and something that I see using going forward as well. So for those of you who are interested in this app, if you would like, you can use my affiliate link below and you'll automatically get a $15 credit in your PlantStory app. that you can use to purchase anything that you'd like. If you're interested, check out PlantStory and let me know how your experience goes. I hope it's a positive experience like the one that I had. Oh gosh. Cookie and I will say just I guess see you later. Until next time, we'll be back. Take care, y'all, and thank you all for joining us today. Bye-bye. I hope you all enjoyed that. It's a different type of shopping video, virtual shopping. I had fun making it. Let's see what happens. Can you even see Cookie? I'll let Cookie sign us off along with my foot. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye. Yeah, cutie. Cookie, are we gonna get some PlantStory credits? Yeah, wouldn't it be fun if we could do a giveaway? Let's see if we can get there. Alright, y'all, take care. Bye-bye.